You talking to the Rolex?
Yeah.
Wearing
Diamond ring work. Kiss stealing.
Woo! Wheeling dealing. Limousine riding.
Now give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Dudes, what's up? We're back with another awesome episode of the Y Chromosome. Dude, today we're going to do some life hacks, some things about law, and some things about everyday life, guys. Let's get into it.
This is what to say when the cops say, "Do you know how fast you were going?" Repeat after me.
No, officer, how fast was I going?
Never, ever admit to speeding, because anything you say will be used against you.
This is what you say when a cop says, "Mind if I take a look in your car?"
Repeat after me.
No, officer, what is the probable cause?
Cops can usually only search a car if they see something illegal, they think their life's in danger, or you just look smacked AF. Joking aside, on a serious note, interactions with the police aren't the same for everyone. And as a lawyer, I understand that. My goal with these videos is to inform everyone about their rights. That way you have the information to make the best judgment in your situation, because every situation is different. This is what to do when the cop says, "Hey, stop filming me." Repeat after me. No, officer, this is my constitutional right. If you're in a public area, you have the right to record anything that's in plain view. They can only tell you to stop if it's actually interfering with their work, which they know is hard to prove. Police generally can't confiscate or ask to view what you just recorded without a warrant, even if you're being arrested. And remember, the police cannot delete any content under any circumstances.
So, dudes, this is one of the many reasons why we educate to elevate ourselves, because we all know that knowledge is power.
You need to know this when dealing with the cops. Cooperate and be respectful. But cooperating doesn't mean answering all their questions. They might try to trick you. But if they knew you did something wrong, then they wouldn't be asking you questions. So if they ask you for your ID, your name, or to get out of the car, do it. But if they ask about what you did or where you've been, repeat after me. Am I free to go, officer? And if they say no, say, I plead the fifth. Legal loophole that could save you some money. When you get a traffic ticket, they pick a day that works best for the cop. And you don't want that. Most states let you change the date one time. So what you're going to do is call up the court and ask to change the date. But these dates also work for the cop. So nicely ask the clerk for a date they didn't recommend. This will increase your chances of the cop not showing up and possibly your case getting dismissed. What to do when the cops pat you down? Cops can only pat you down if they have a reasonable suspicion that you are involved in a crime or you're armed and dangerous. If the cop says, "Can I search you?" Repeat after me. No, officer, I do not consent to a search. They may still pat you down, but they can only pat the outside of your clothing. They cannot reach in or squeeze your pockets unless they believe you have contraband or a weapon. If things aren't going your way, ask them if you're free to go. If they say no, you say. Here's 3 things they don't teach you in school. Legal edition. When you need to buy books for school, buy them used. It will save you money. Plus they're highlighted and have notes in it. If the cops ask you if you want a drink or soda, say no, because they might use it to get your DNA. And if you're going to file a personal injury case, don't post yourself doing things on social media. It will be used against you, and a picture is worth 1,000 words.
It says that I'm there for robbery, but it's dismissed, but it's still on my record.
You can get it removed. Arrests, and folks need to understand this, arrests that don't lead to convictions can be removed by going to the court that acquitted you. You get the court order of dismissal, or from the prosecutor's office when they give you a no charge order or what have you. You take that to the, unfortunately, take a little leg work. You take it to the police department and ask to have your fingerprints returned, and ask for it to be taken off of the database. And then there will be no record of an arrest. And if you do have one conviction, then you can have that expunged after 5 years. What you gonna say?
Stand up.
Stand up.
So this ain't got nothing to do with the case. So anything I got on my record that's dismissed, I can have that removed?
Absolutely.
That's all I want to know.
Absolutely. And this is a big issue, and that's why I'm spending a minute on it, because so many people are arrested erroneously, just for being in the wrong place, particularly people in poor communities. You walking up and down the street, police jump out, they think you look like somebody, they think you look like you're doing wrong, and what they call it, illegal search and seizure. They throw you up against the car, take you down, then find out you didn't do anything. Well, it's on your record from then on, and so that's a big problem.
I would like to ask.
If you get pulled over by the police and they come up to your window and they start asking you questions like, where are you going, where are you coming from, what are you doing, where are you heading tonight, you look at them and you say the following: I don't answer questions. I don't consent to searches. If I'm being detained, I want an attorney. Give me my citation and let me leave. Period. That's it. That's all. I don't answer questions. I don't consent to searches. If you're gonna cite me, then cite me and let me leave. Do not.
Dudes, this one is so easy. It's almost like it's too good to be true.
Talk to the police ever under any circumstances. How did the fish get caught? He opened his mouth.
Well, dude, there you have it.
Whenever you need it, use a knife to whittle out a barb on a match. A match can burn for a long time without going out. Pull off a piece of cloth, side by side in a bottle containing the river. It won't take long to filter out clean, edible water. What if there is no material to make a fire outside? Apply nail polish to the cotton pad. A little with a match will soon
I was like, dude, no way.
burn. Squeeze the toothpaste into small particles on the oil-absorbing paper. Sprinkle with baking soda. Set and put into small pots. Take one out when you use it. You can brush your teeth anywhere, anytime. It's so convenient. Shine a plastic bag full of water on the heaps of grass aimed at the sun. The haystack was quickly set alight. What to do if you step in a puddle and get your shoes wet? Rub the shoe upper with a candle. After natural air drying, no longer afraid of shoes with water. What to do when you have no place to live outside? Wrap the free plastic wrap around the tree trunk in circles. One tent will be ready. You're not afraid of rain or wind.
The way these house prices and rental prices are looking, this could be my new address.
When you're outside, you can see the stars at night.
There are lots of ways to start a fire, but today I'm using water in a Ziploc bag. Filling up the bag with water and then twisting it tightly allows me to create a water lens, which focuses the rays of the sun, much like a magnifying glass does. And for fuel, I grind up some bark into a fine powder. The high surface area helps it to ignite easily, and the dark color is important because it will absorb the solar energy more effectively. It took me about 5 minutes to get a decent ember smoldering, which I then transferred to some dry grass, and at that point, it only took a little bit of increased airflow, and the whole thing burst into flames.
If you do get caught in a rip current, the best thing you can do is stay calm. It's not going to pull you underwater, it's just going to pull you away from shore. Call and wait for help. You want to float, and you don't want to swim back to shore against the rip current because it'll just tire you out. You want to swim out of the rip, parallel to shore along the beach, and then follow breaking waves back to shore at an angle.
Quick way to repair the bottom of a door frame like this one.
If your thumb completely covers the mushroom cloud, then you are safe. But if not...
So you're telling me that the Fallout 4 guy has his thumb up and his eye closed because he's measuring a mushroom cloud to see if it will smoke his ass? And that this is most likely where the term rule of thumb comes from? I'm done.
I was today years old when I realized how this is supposed to work.
Here are some kitchen hacks you wish you'd known by age 30. 1. If your rice turns into porridge, place a slice of bread on top and heat it for another 2 minutes. The bread will absorb the excess moisture. 2. Wondering what to do with the leftover black oil after frying food at home? Mix a spoonful of starch with a spoonful of water until well combined. Heat the oil until it's 60% hot, then add the mixture. It will absorb impurities in the oil. Once the starch solidifies, remove it and notice how the oil has cleared up. 3. If there's too much oil in the soup when you're having hot pot, put some ice cubes in a soup spoon. Swirl the spoon in the soup, and the cooling oil will stick to it. 4. Never defrost frozen meat by soaking it directly in water. Instead, learn how to thaw it in 3 minutes. Sprinkle 300 grains of salt and 20 milliliters of vinegar on it, then soak in warm water for 3 minutes. The defrosted meat will be even tastier than fresh meat. 5. Bananas that are not eaten quickly can go bad. Wrap the stem in a plastic bag and it will stay fresh for a very long time. 6. If you bought too many potatoes and can't eat them all, store them with an apple to prevent sprouting. 7. Pour boiling water over fish to easily remove the skin. 8. To perfectly shell a shrimp, stick a fork into the shell and pull.
Okay, you can go ahead.
You just get your bag. You get your first cup. You set it in just like this. You flip it over right here. Get your second cup. Put it in just like this. Pull this one up. And you pull right here up. Get these two right here.
Yes, this is so cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Guys, thanks for stopping by, hanging out, checking out the station. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. Guys, peace and love. We out of here.